Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB, and welcome to the 5th podcast of the day. That's right, you heard it right. It's been 5 podcasts today. I just can't help myself. I keep coming back to you guys and I really can't stop. So today in this podcast we are going to be talking about Neymar, a subject that has been discussed since he arrived throughout the season, throughout the summer, throughout the World Cup, throughout the pre-season, and now as we edge closer to the start of the year, everyone is wondering the same thing. Is it his year? Is he really going to explode onto the scene? Is he going to make a real impact? Is he going to announce himself on the world stage? Can he finally silence the critics? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. He's a very, very big player. We all know that. He's got world status, global. Everyone knows his name. They look at the followers on Instagram and Twitter and the likers on Facebook. We only have to see how big this guy is. He's come over from Santos in Brazil. An awful lot of money spent on him. A lot of controversy surrounding the transfer fee, the way the transfer went through. But down to footballing's terms, he did try his first season. He really did try. And I think he had a decent season. I think his first season, in terms of, a first season in European football, it's not an easy league to get used to, La Liga. It's very, very technical. He did okay. He had a lot of injury problems, throughout the season. Niggly ones at difficult times. Lionel Messi was in and out of the team. That didn't really help for consistency either. So this season, it's all set up nicely for him. He's had a good World Cup, he's got a lot of confidence from that. And I strongly believe that this season he will become a man. He'll come to the fore. He'll really announce himself and grab the opportunity with both hands. And I believe that Neymar's year is this season. What I don't want to be seen doing is really bigging this guy up, because I tell you what, he doesn't need it. He's got enough videos on YouTube. He's got enough people out there who's backing his case. And to be honest, he thrives off that. He thrives off the confidence he gets from others. And one thing that you will not fail to do is put Neymar down. You won't be able to do it. He's so confident in his play. You can see that when he goes out in the pitch. The thing he tries, he's fearless. And that is one of his biggest qualities. He is fearless on the pitch. He won't go out in a big Champions League game and get bogged down by the pressure. This boy just goes out to the pitch. It's him, the ball, and his teammates. The crowd are not in his head. Nothing is in his head. It's just him out there with a pitch, and he's just going to try and do everything he can to win the game. And that will really help him when later on in his career, when he's coming up against the real high pressure matches and when all the spotlight's on him. At the moment, he has done a bit of favours for the fact that Messi's around him, and most of the pressure does lie on Lionel Messi's shoulders. Of course, as well this season, he'll have Suarez for company, which is certainly not a bad attack. But for me, this season, Neymar will be played in a much more flexible and comfortable role for him. Last season we saw him start on the left-hand side, which simply did not work. Because the problem with Neymar is he does like to be versatile. He likes to be flexible in the position he plays. He doesn't particularly want a free role, but he does want to be able to roam around the pitch, take up different sorts of positions, come deep to get the ball, drop off. He does like to, get the ball wherever he likes on the pitch. He wasn't really allowed to do that. He was quite restricted in his play under Tata Martino. He was stuck out on the left-hand side, and you saw actually when Messi wasn't playing, when he was allowed to play a little bit more centrally, against Celtic when he scored the hat-trick, in the Champions League games, against Villarreal when he got his brace. In those games, he was much, much better player. This season, we'll see him centrally, and that is what you need. Luis Enrique will utilise Neymar. He'll play him in a central role where he sees a lot of the ball, where he gets a lot of the ball from Lionel Messi, from Luis Suarez. He's got support around him. He's got everything he needs to succeed. The formation will suit Neymar down to a T, so that's one of the best factors that Neymar will be a very big season, because this man needs a formation which suits him. He's come over from Brazil. He's a Brazilian-style player. He's the sort of samba feet, the samba magic you expect from Brazilian players, and what he needs is a role which he feels comfortable in and that he can play with the freedom that he needs. And in the system that Luis Enrique is going to play, that will fit Neymar brilliantly. The second biggest factor is simply experience. The guy is 22 years old. I think people forget sometimes how young Neymar actually is. He's 22 years old. I mean, come on. How many other players as young as that putting Lionel Messi aside, you can't put Lionel Messi in these sort of equations. The guy is just something else. You can't compare him to anything. How many players at the age of 22 can really come to a club like this and take it on? The amount of pressure he was under at the World Cup was simply incredible. The entire nation put all their hopes on his shoulders. And when he was injured and when he was out of the game, they got absolutely battered. And that is quite incredible that a whole player aged 22 can lift a side as big as Brazil and can carry them as far as they went to the World Cup, all because of him. And there's no good saying, oh, it was nothing to do with him, he's overrated. He wasn't. You could clearly see when he was in the team, the Brazilian national side were a completely different side. He carried them through that tournament, and that is what he's capable of. That is why so many people last season were frustrated. They weren't having a dig at Neymar. It wasn't because we didn't like him. It wasn't because we're annoyed that he came. It's because we know what he's capable of. He has the potential to be the best player in the world. I'm not bigging him up. I'm simply stating facts. This kid, he is a kid, he has the potential to be really one of the greatest because he has the raw talent, he has the fantastic skill, he's got everything you need, the characteristics, the attributes to go and be a brilliant player. And we know he can do it. We know we've seen it on enough occasions. We've seen glimpses of absolute magic. And he just needs the consistency. He just needs to be able to do it and control it for a whole season. He needs to take this season by the throat and just say, you know what, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make an impression. I'm going to shut the haters up. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do it. And he's going to get his head down this season and he's got to really, really work hard to make it happen. And I do genuinely believe that this season he'll stay hopefully injury-free. He'll be in a system which suits his style. He'll be more confident in the role. He'll have players around him which suit his game. Suarez and Messi will be able to provide brilliant players around him to feed him. And he will have his chances to really emerge on the world stage. And I would love to see it happen, because he's a great guy. You can see when he comes in, he's all smiles. He idolises Messi for what he is. He cannot believe he's still playing in the same club as him. It's his childhood dream to be at this club. He loves playing football. It's what he was born to do. He's so happy about the situation he's in, and he's a really great guy. And I would love to see it work out for him this season after all the stick he took last season. And I genuinely believe that this season could well be the one, and we're all hoping it is. So that's this on Neymar. It's just a quick podcast, just to go over a few things that are on my mind and what I really believe ahead of this season regarding Neymar, because I've had a lot of questions about him. What's he going to do? How's he going to fit in? What's he going to be like? Obviously, none of us really know, but looking at the things that happened over the summer, the way he played at the World Cup, the way he was last season, the injuries he had, he's back now, he's in training, he's getting ready, and this is the season where he's really going to hit the ground running, and let's see a great season. And if he does, it'll be brilliant for Barca. So thanks for watching. As always, guys, if you do agree with anything with what I said here, please give the video a like. It's brilliant to see so many fans, so many Barca fans in the comments interacting. That's what I want to see. All of us getting involved this season and seeing our side do well. That's what it's all about. So thanks very much, guys. We're just over 300 subscribers now. We're growing, and it's brilliant to see. So if you are new, please make sure you subscribe. We've got so much going on this channel, and I'll be back tomorrow with more podcasts. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow for more FCB podcasts.